Good morning students, hope you all are well. This is our maths class. So student, in this class what we are doing? We are doing chapter number 2, that is subtraction. The name of the chapter is subtraction. So students, in yesterday's class we did some questions of subtracting tens and ones. And today we will do some story problems, some story sums that are based on subtracting tens and ones. In the previous classes, we did story sums of subtracting ones only, but today we will subtract that how can we subtract. Today we will learn that how can we subtract tens and ones in story sums. So before starting story sums, we will discuss some these types of question, right? So yesterday also we learned these type of question, but today we will revise 2 or 3 questions. After that we will move on. Now, so let's start with question number 1. So students, 28 minus 5. So now you should know that this is tens, whole number this is tens, and this is ones. And why this is tens? Because there are 2 digits and there is only 1 digit. और अगर मैं इस पूरे की बात करूं, so student this is ones and this is tens, right? ये क्या है? ये ones है और ये tens है, right students? Now you have to put 28 here and 5 here. Now you should know, now you have to analyze that which number is greater first. So 22 is greater number. So first we will put 28, after that we will put 5. So students, we learned 3 steps to subtract, right? We learned 3 steps to subtract. The first step was that we have to write the greater number first. सबसे पहले हमें greater number लिखना है, तो write the greater number here. 28 is the greater number, right? 8 ones है, 2 10 है, तो हमने क्या लिख दिया 28. After that we will write 5 in ones place because ये क्या है ones है, तो we will write 5 here, right? So we have done the first step. Now the second step will be, क्या होगा second step? We will subtract ones, right? 8 minus 5. Make 8 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Subtract the 5 lines from 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Students, after subtracting the 5 lines from 8, how many lines are left now? Only 3 lines, so we can write 3. Right? Now come to tens. This is the sign of subtraction. Now there is only 1 digit. There is nothing else. कुछ और है ही नहीं 2 की जगह. It means what we have to do? We have to consider 0 as a second digit. Right? तो second digit अगर 0 consider करके चल रहे हैं तो बेटा 2 में से 0 गया तो 2 आया. Right? So we can write here 2. It means we can say that 28 minus 5 equals to 23. So हम यहाँ लिख सकते हैं that 28 minus 5 equals to 23. Right? Now come to the next part. 56 minus 3. Now you have to subtract 3 from 56. Right students? Now 56 minus 3. So first we will write 56 because 56 is greater number. So write 56 here. 6 in ones place, 5 in tens place. After that we will write 3 because this is smaller than 56. So write 3. And this is the sign of subtraction. Now the second step हम क्या करेंगे? We will subtract ones. 6 minus 3. So make 6 lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Subtract the number 3. 1, 2, 3. So students, after subtracting 3 lines from 6 lines, how many lines are left now? Only 3. So we can write here 3. Now come to the tens. Now there is no number except 5. 5 के अलावा कुछ भी नहीं है. It means we will consider second number as 0. So 5 minus 0 will be 5. So it will be 5. So students, if we will subtract 3 from 56, we will get 53. So we can say that 56 minus 3 equals to 53. Now student, let's come to our next topic, that is story sums. And these story sums are of subtracting tens and ones, right students? So let's start with question number 1. We are just doing some examples. I bought 28 balls. मैंने 28 balls खरीदी थी. I gave 6 balls to my sister. Out of 28 balls, I gave 6 balls to my sister. 28 balls में से 6 मैंने अपनी बहन को दे दी. how many balls do I have now? So after giving the 6 balls to my sister, now how many balls I have right now? So it means, students, we have to subtract the balls, right? We have to subtract the balls. So let's start subtracting. So let's start the subtraction of 28 and 6. So student, first of all we will write 28. After that we will write 6. So write 28 in the table. 2, 8. Why I have written 2, 8 here? Because 8 is ones and 2 is tens. Right? After that we will write 6. So write 6 here. This is the sign of subtraction. Now we will subtract the ones. 8 minus 6. So out of 8 balls you will subtract 6. 8 lines now beta yahan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Subtract the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many are left now? Only 2. So after subtracting 6 from 8 we have now 2. So now there is nothing to subtract, right? There is nothing to subtract, so we can write 2 as it is. Why? क्योंकि हमने 2 में से क्या माइनस किया है? 2 minus 0 will be 2. So we can write कि 28 minus 6 is 2. So after giving 6 balls to the sister, now she has how many balls? 22. We don't know that I is he or she. हमें नहीं पता ये I, he or she है, लेकिन इसके पास अब कितनी balls बची हैं बेटा? 22. So I can say that now I have 22 balls. Now come to the next question. Meena had 68 chocolates. मीना के पास कितनी chocolates थी? 68. She ate 6 chocolates out of 68. 68 में से 6 chocolate उसने खा ली हैं. How many chocolates does she have now? Now how many chocolate does she have? ठीक है, 68 में से 6 chocolate खाने के बाद उसके पास कितनी chocolates बची हैं? Let's subtract these. So first of all we will write 68. After that we will write 6 here, right? And why we have written 68 first? Because 68 is a bigger number and 6 is a smaller number, right? Now we will subtract this. 8 minus 6. Ones को minus करेंगे. 8 minus 6. So student, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines, right? Subtract 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 lines are left, right? Now there is nothing to subtract, so what we will do? We will write 6 as it is. Why? Because we have subtracted 0 from 6. तो अगर 0 में से किसी को भी माइनस करते, 0 को किसी भी नंबर से माइनस करते तो आंसर क्या आता है? नंबर itself. So there is no need to write anything except 6. सीधा 6 लिख दिया. बता देती हूँ क्यों? क्योंकि हमने क्या किया? 6 में से 0 को माइनस किया, तो we got 6, right? So we can say that 68 minus 6 is 62. It means now she had 62 chocolates. Students, we have discussed some examples, right? Now we will do let's try 4. Question number 2, first part. So let's start. I had 22 story books. मेरे पास 22 story books थी. I gave 10 story books to the library. 10 story books मैंने library में दे दी. How many story books do I have now? So students, out of 22 story books, I gave 10 story books to the library. So how many books do have now I? I have now how many books, right? कि अब मेरे पास कितनी books हैं students, तो वो हमें निकालना है. So out of 22, if we will subtract 10, तो आपके पास कितनी books बचेंगी? That we have to find out. So what we will write first? 22, because 22 is a bigger number, so we will write 22 first, right? 2 in ones, 2 in tens. After that you have to subtract 10 story books out of 22. So write 10 story books, students, right? Now students, see, this is also 2-digit number, this is also 2-digit number. लेकिन अभी तक हमने सिर्फ क्या पढ़ा था? टेंस में से वंस को माइनस करना, राइट? बट नाउ वी आर डूइंग टेंस माइनस टेंस, के टेंस में से टेंस को माइनस कर रहे हैं, राइट? इट मीन्स नाउ वी आर लर्निंग सब्ट्रैक्टिंग टेंस एंड वंस, वंस एंड वंस, ईच एंड एवरीथिंग वी आर लर्निंग, राइट? नाउ टेंस में से टेंस को माइनस करना है. इट मीन्स 22 में से 10 को माइनस करना है. दोनों 2 नंबर डिजिट है, टेंस, राइट? नाउ फर्स्ट वी विल सब्ट्रैक्ट वंस, आफ्टर दैट वी विल सब्ट्रैक्ट टेंस. So let's start subtraction. 2 minus 0. Students, if we will subtract 0 from 2, what we will get? 2 number itself. Now it's the turn to subtract tens. Now we have to subtract tens. 2 minus 1. And this is the subtraction sign, students. 2 में से 1 को minus करना. Now you have 2 books, right? 2 में से 1 को minus कर दिया, कितना बच गया बेटा? 12. It means if we will subtract 10 books from 22 books, what will be the answer? 12. It means 12 story books, right? So we have subtracted 10 books from 22 books. Now we have 12 books. What we did है अभी अभी क्या किया था यहाँ पे बेटा? We have subtracted. हमने अभी क्या किया है? हमने क्या किया था अभी? We subtract the tens from tens. We subtracted tens from tens. हमने tens में से tens को subtract किया है, right? 22 में से 10 को minus किया है, तो we have now 12 story books. Now come to the next question. I had 34 sweets. I think you all know what are sweets, मिठाई. I had 34 sweets. मेरे पास 34 sweets थे. I distributed 24 of them. उनमें से 24 मैंने distribute कर दिए. How many sweets do I have now? So after distributed the 24 sweets out of 34, how many sweets I have now? मेरे पास अब कितने हैं? 24 subtract करने के बाद 34 में से कितने sweets बचे? It means we have to subtract. Students, this is also 2-digit number. This is also 2-digit number. It means we are subtracting 2-digit number from 2-digit number, right? हमने पढ़ लिया है कि टेंस में से वंस को कैसे माइनस करना है, वंस में से वंस को कैसे माइनस करना है. नाउ वी आर लर्निंग टेंस में से टेंस को कैसे माइनस करना है, राइट? 2-digit number from 2-digit number. So 34 में से 24 को माइनस करना है. So first we will write 34. After that we will write 24. Now we will subtract, right? So subtract ones first. 4 minus 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 में से 4 sweets हमने किसी को दे दिए, तो how many we have now? 0. Now 3 में से 2 को माइनस करो. Now we have to subtract 2 from 3. So 1, 2, 3, subtract 2. 1, 2. So how many sweets we have now? 1. It means out of 34, if we will give 24 sweets to someone else, right? So हमारे पास कितने बचेंगे? 10 sweets we have. हमारे पास अब कितने हैं? 10 sweets. अगर हम किसी को देंगे 34 में से 24 sweets, तो हमारे पास कितने बचेंगे बेटा? 10 sweets बचेंगे. So we can write now we have 10 sweets. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, आई होप आप सबको समझ में आया होगा कि हमें कैसे सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है. सो दैट्स इट फॉर टुडे. सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास.